Hello everybody. In today's video I'm going to show you how you can configure a task in a Windows Plex server to check your drive's failure status. So basically you'll get this report. It uses the Windows WMIC command to check for the failure prediction of your storage drives. So uh, this doesn't output the M.2 that I have the OS installed on, but all of the SATA attached drives that I have all my media on, it shows. So um, the other thing that you'll be doing is configuring another script to send an email. So this is going to use, or I used Hotmail. If you want to configure Gmail, you can go about doing that yourself, but you can use the same sort of setup to do the same thing, I'm sure. So to get started, what we'll be doing is creating a batch script to run that WMIC command. So you can open Notepad or Notepad++. I recommend using Notepad++. And as you can see, I already have the script that I'm using right here. Like I said, uses the WMIC command and then outputs to this log file right here. And that's what I have right here. So once you have this, and I will also have links to these files in the description of the video, but you could also just type it out and then specify the paths that you want to use. When you're done, save as. Make sure you save it as a .bat file, and then you can save it wherever you want, and then just make note of that as we go along here. The next thing that you'll do is open Task Scheduler, so you can just search task and it'll probably come up immediately, Task Scheduler, and then go into the Task Scheduler library. And as you can see, I have a task right here, run disk check, and I have it run every day at 12 a.m. But to create one, you can come here and create task, and we'll just go over the one I have just to make sure. Yep. So run with logged in or not, highest privileges, daily 12 a.m. Run that program. And if I run it now, it should show running, and then if you do refresh ready, and the exit status should be 0x0. Updated 644, so that's just when I ran it now. And here's what we have. So with that task configured, we will now be configuring another script, this time with PowerShell, a PS1 script, to send an email through another task that runs slightly after, so I have it running 10 minutes after. Not that this command really needs 10 minutes to run, but it doesn't. I also don't need the update that frequent from the command running. So it's just going to run 10 minutes after, and then run that PowerShell script to send an email. So before you can do this, you'll have to make sure that you can run PowerShell scripts on your system, because sometimes, most of the time anyways, it seems to be disabled by default. So go PowerShell, run as administrator, yes, and then you'll run set execution policy unrestricted, enter Y. So like this says here, protects you from scripts that you do not trust. In this case, we're writing the script that's going to be run, so you should trust the script. I think the main concern is if you are running scripts that you did not write. So you can use the scripts that I provide, but I'm also showing you on screen what they do, so you can write it yourself if you don't trust it, and then run it that way. So this shouldn't be really too much of a concern. If you don't do this, the script won't run, so it has to be done if you want to send the emails. once that's done, you can create the PowerShell script. So we'll open Notepad again like we did earlier. And then as you can see, I have a script here. And then you can copy this out from the example I'll have in the description and then just change whatever applies to you. So for Hotmail, like I'm using, you can use smtp.live.com. I've also configured another account for the account here. It's not the primary account that I use because unlike what I have shown here, you're going to change this with your password. So the password for the email account will be visible in this file. That's why I recommend creating another account that you don't really care about and isn't tied to anything you use. So I will be sending the emails to another account I have, and then the account sender is that dummy account again that's not tied to anything. And then the mail subject here you can change to whatever you want. I have it to WMIC Plex disk check, and then this new object line can stay as it is. You don't have to change anything there. And then the only thing in this line you'll have to change is right here within the two single quotes. You'll have to change this to the path of your output file. So that's the output file that gets run by the 12 a.m. task. And then when you save this file, go to Save As. Make sure that you can set it to .ps1. If you're using regular Notepad, I think the option all types, and then just when you're saving the file, make sure you call it .ps1. So we'll save it as that. I'm not going to actually use it because I have the real one with my password in it open in another tab here, and that's what's going to get used here. So we'll go through the actions. To create the task, you can go create task, then you're basically presented with this screen here anyways. So then make sure you have run whether the user is logged in or not, run with highest privileges, triggers, new, I'm going to go to edit just to show it, daily for me, 12:10 a.m. and then you can set this to whatever your interval is going to be. Should probably be based around the other task, just so you're not sending a pointless file. The action, so the execution will be, it's under C, Windows System 32, Windows PowerShell v.1.0, and then PowerShell.exe. The argument, it's actually easier to see from outside of this stuff anyways, so I'll just do that. As you can see, the main thing is you're just going to have the PowerShell executable in this path, and then the arguments down here. And then what that actually is, so the argument is this dash execution policy bypass dash command, and then in quotes here, the path to the email script that you created. So in this case, I have the one with my actual email address and stuff in it. So we'll go run. So it's already run, and then I should be getting an email any second now. Yep. So I get this email with the file attached, and then as we can see, this is the file with the disk check. So if you've set everything up like I have here, you should get similar results. If you have any issues, you can leave comments below. If it's something I can figure out, I'll try to respond. Otherwise, I hope this video was helpful for you, and thanks for watching.